Hi, I'm Megan and I'm currently studying second year A-level maths. In this video, I'm going to be talking about differentiation and how to use it in graph questions. Differentiation is finding the derivative of an expression. The derivative of an expression is written as f dash of x or dy over dx. You must make sure you know this, as often in exams the question will ask for dy over dx, and you must know that this means you need to differentiate the expression, as it may not specify this. This is the equation used to differentiate each term. In simple terms, you must multiply the x term by the original power and then subtract 1 from this original power. I'll show you how to do this in these example questions. So for the first term, we need to times the 4 by the power, which is 2, giving us 8x to the power of 1, as we're taking 1 off the power. However, anything to the power of 1 is just itself. For the second term, 6x, we need to times the 6 by 1 and then take 1 off the power, which would leave x to the power of 0. However, anything to the power of 0 is just 1, so this would be left as 6. The derivative of any constant is always 0, so for the 7, the derivative of this is just 0, so we don't need to write anything else for this expression. So again, times the 5 by 3 and take 1 off the power would be 15x to the power of 2, plus 2x times 2 is 4x, take 1 off the power is to the power of 1, then the minus 8x would just be minus 8, and again 3, as it's an integer, the derivative would be 0, so we don't need to add anything else to this expression. So for the final one, we need to times 7 by a half, which would be 7 over 2x to the power of minus a half, as we are taking 1 off the power. For the plus 5x, this would just be plus 5, and the minus 6 again would be 0 when differentiated. Here are some questions that you can try, so pause the video and have a go at them, and I'll upload the answers in a second. So we're now going to have a look at using differentiation to find gradients of tangent and normal lines. In this diagram, I have shown that a tangent is a line that touches a curve at a certain point, and the normal is a line that is perpendicular to this tangent. I'm going to go through this question, which is find the gradient of the tangent to the curve y equals x squared plus 2x plus 2 at the point 1, 5. The differentiation of this curve is going to be 2x plus 2. The differentiation of a curve is always equal to the gradient of the tangent at the certain point. So using the coordinate from the question, we can take that x equals 1. We're going to put this into the expression, which will give us 4 as the gradient of the tangent. Because a normal line is perpendicular to the tangent, to find the gradient we must find the negative reciprocal of the original gradient. So if the gradient of this tangent is 4, the gradient of the normal line is going to be minus 1/4, as this is the reciprocal and it's negative. So if the tangent was 2, the normal would be minus a half. If it was minus 4, the normal would be 1/4. And finally, if the tangent was minus 7 over 2, the normal line would have a gradient of 2 over 7. Here's a question for you to practice. Pause this video and have a go and press play when you want the answers. For the last part of this video, I'm going to show you how to find stationary points of a curve using differentiation. So a stationary point is any point on the curve where the gradient equals 0. I've shown this in the diagram by drawing tangents to the curve, and as you can see, because they are parallel to the x-axis, they have a gradient of 0, so both of these points are stationary points. This question I'm going to go through is find the stationary point of the curve y equals 2x squared plus 4x plus 4. So I'm going to differentiate this. 2x squared differentiated is 4x, and 4x is differentiated to 4. This is going to be equal to 0, as we know the gradient is going to be 0, as we're trying to find the stationary point. We can then minus 4 from both sides, so 4x equals minus 4, and therefore x equals minus 1. We now need to find the y coordinate for this stationary point. So to do this, we need to substitute the x value back into the original curve equation. So we need to sub it back into 2x squared plus 4x plus 4. this equals 2, and so the final coordinate of the stationary point is going to be -1, 2. And that is your answer. Here are 2 questions that you can try. Make sure you realise that in the second question it says find the stationary points, and because this is a cubic graph, there will be more than one stationary point that you need to find, so make sure you find both the x and y values. Press pause and have a go and play when you're ready for the answers.